So today's video is a kind of Q&A video, kind of not really. I haven't really done a lot of videos about kind of college advice, to be honest. After being in a year of college, you would think I would have done more, but I tweeted out to you guys and asked you to ask me some questions regarding college life, so I got a lot of questions about partying, you know, the sororities, classes, everything that has to do with college. So I figured I would answer them, and if you guys want to participate in my next Q&A videos, which I do a lot of these, be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. My little things will be here. You can check them out, and I'd really appreciate if you followed me, and I would love to follow you guys back and chat with you and everything like that. Love liking your pictures. You guys have some great pictures. So yes, and without further ado, I guess we'll get started. So I'm just gonna start off with a little bit of info, background info on me, because I get these like FAQ, frequently asked questions. The school that I go to is the University of California in Riverside, which is a UC school if you didn't know, in California, and I am currently going to be a second year. I haven't started the school year yet, but once I do start in October, I will be a second year. So I just finished my first year of college, and my major is psychology, which I get asked this a lot. I was kind of going between psychology and business, and I stuck with psychology. Still kind of wishy-washy, but right now I'm a psychology major. The first question is, how do you balance college life with classes? So basically when I hear college life, I just, like a forewarning, I don't party. I don't like to party. I just don't enjoy it. Frat parties make me a little uncomfortable. Boys in general make me uncomfortable, so I don't really like to go. But my college life basically is, you know, making YouTube videos. That's a huge part of my life, which then is part of my college life since I'm in college. So YouTube videos is a huge part. I hang out with my friends a lot. I have a sorority, or I'm in a sorority, so that takes up a lot of time. And yeah, studying. That's like what my life revolves around in college. Basically for my school, for every 1 hour of class, they recommend 2 hours of studying, so that is a lot of time studying. I'm gonna be honest, I don't study for every 1 hour of class, 2 hours, but that's just me. I do like to study though. No, I don't like to study, but I do study. So basically how I handle my life is I go to my classes, and then when I have time and free time and things like that, I fit everything else in that I have. So there are specific things that I have to go to, like classes, and I have like sorority meetings on Monday nights. I have specific like events that I need to go to, things like that. So I make sure to put those in my schedule, and then every other time I have free time, I do everything else I need to do. So I run my errands, I make my YouTube videos, I edit, I, you know, watch my TV, because that's sometimes a priority. It's basically just all about time management and figuring out when you have time to do things, and when you have that time, get those things done. So yes. The next question is, will you still be in a sorority? Yes, so a sorority, once you join, technically if you join as a first year, you're in it for all 4 years. It's not like the cheer team where you have to like re-audition every year or anything like that. Like once you're in it for life, as they say. So I will be in a sorority again. I love my sorority. It's so amazing. It's really gotten me through some really hard times. Not really the sorority has, but my sisters or the girls that I've met in my sorority. I get a lot of questions as to what a sorority is because they're not really a big thing outside of the US, so I guess I'll just explain it. It's basically like an organization, or like a club, if you will. Basically where you join is kind of like a social kind of organization where you meet people, you make friends, you're able to network, and also every sorority has a philanthropy. Every sorority has different philanthropies, and it's just a really great way to make friends and people that I know. I've met people that I know I will be friends with for my entire life. So it's amazing, and I really recommend, if you're going to college, getting involved in something. It doesn't have to be a sorority, but just getting involved in something so that you can make friends that you also know will last a lifetime. I sound so corny, oh my gosh. What's it like living in the dorms? Did you like it? Okay, so I lived in the dorms my first year. I didn't live in it for the whole year. I did move out early, but that's just because personally I didn't have the best experience with it, but I do recommend living in the dorm. More often than not, people have good experiences with it, and it's a great way to get to know people, and you make friends really easily, and you know, it's really convenient because you're right on campus. It's just, the one downside is that it is very expensive. My school was extremely expensive. I don't know why it was so expensive, to be honest, but it does include food and everything like that. But if you do have a good experience, it is definitely worth every single penny. What's college like, and how are the teachers and people like? It's crazy, the difference between college and high school. They are seriously two separate worlds. I just moved into my house with some of my sorority sisters, and it's like, I technically really am an adult now. I'm paying my electricity bills, my water bills, my car bills, all these things I'm paying for, and I feel like a real adult now, and it's so different, and I never would have had to do these things in high school. So it's just crazy to me, and just the whole lifestyle is different. You have to really manage your time well because you're completely responsible for everything that you do, so you really need to make sure you're on your As for the professors, some are easy, some are hard. It just depends. Wherever you go, it's going to be completely different. I've had some really awesome professors. I've had some really awful professors. It just kind of depends on what class you take, what quarter you take it, etc. What was the scariest thing about going into college? Definitely moving away from home and being on my own. The longest I'd ever gone without being with my parents was 2 weeks when I went to Hawaii for vacation after my senior year of high school, and I thought that was crazy. And now I am living out on my own, and it's even crazier. Technically, I'm only half an hour away from home, so I actually I picked this school because of the location, and I knew I would get homesick and things like that, so I'm able to go home whenever I want, but I know a lot of people that aren't able to. My roommate from last year was from NorCal, so she had to fly back or drive 10 hours whenever she wanted to go back home, which was really sad, and it gets really expensive. People come from all over the US, all over from different countries, and you know, it can be very hard. I didn't get too homesick just because I was so close to home, but I can imagine. I was actually thinking about going to New York for school, and I know I would have been homesick the second I left, and I would have stayed homesick for a very long time. What was your worst party / drinking experience ever? I love you so much. I love you too. Thank you for asking this question. As I said, I don't like to party, and I don't condone underage drinking under any circumstances, but I feel like I have to be honest with you. I did go to Vegas for a birthday party, and things did get a little bit crazy, and let's just say I'm a little scarred, and I haven't even thought, just the thought of that makes me a little sick to my stomach. How do you get over not getting a bid for the sorority that you wanted? If you guys have seen, I did a video the day after I got my bid for my sorority. I was a little fetus. It was more than a year ago now, and actually no, less than a year ago, but it was still crazy, and I did the video, and I still get comments from people. All my sorority sisters are like, oh my god, you're so little, and all these things, but basically, I made this video and had just gotten my bid, and I was so excited. And if you watched it, I talked through my entire sorority experience throughout recruitment. And basically, I got the bid that I wanted for my #1 sorority, so I don't know this exact situation, but I did not get asked to a party that I wanted to go to the second day. So that's kind of a little bit similar, and it did suck. But now looking back at it, after having like experience through my sorority and everything, I know that I picked the house that was best for me. And obviously, those people didn't pick me because it just wasn't meant to be. Everything happens for a reason, and it's gonna be okay. It's not the end of the world, and I'm sure if whatever sorority that you join, you will find things that you love about it, and it'll all be okay. How stressful is the actual schoolwork? To be honest, it can get very, very, very stressful. I've had classes where I procrastinate and I don't start studying until the midterm, and I've had classes where I've studied through the entire quarter, and let me tell you, you should study throughout the entire quarter because it makes you a lot less stressed out. It's all about time management, and it's easier said than done. I'm being honest. I procrastinate a lot. I'm a procrastinator, but if you don't procrastinate, it is a lot easier to do better in the class. How often do you meet hot boys? I'm pretty sure it could be a little bit easier if I wasn't so socially awkward with boys. Like boys, I could be talking to a girl and be completely fine, and then a boy comes up and I'm like, I can't do it. It's just, I get too nervous. So it's really embarrassing. And the last question is, how has your college experience been so far? It has been a roller coaster, definitely. I had some really big ups and some really big downs, but I think I've definitely found like a group of people that make me truly, truly happy. I found classes that I really enjoy taking and things that I really find interesting, and I do well in those. I've just found a really good safe place for me, and I'm really happy about that. So if any of you guys are going to college, don't be worried. It's honestly, it's gonna be a whirlwind, and it's scary, and it's fun, and it's honestly a roller coaster of emotions, but I'm sure you guys will have a great time no matter what happens, and I love you all. So that is it for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!